Hi, I'm Monica, and I made my child solve my problems. I found out my baby could be born with an illness, but kept it from my husband. Kirk and I just turned 40, and it was our first. I hoped he'd love the child no matter what. Later, I spilled it to Linda, my bestie. I had no one else to share my fears with. You should get rid of the baby, Linda insisted, and I so wanted her to be the godmother. Then I walked in on Linda and Kirk. I told him he has the right to know the truth, she said. Kirk kicked me out and stayed with Linda. I don't need your problems, he yelled as I was leaving. I realized no one wanted me or my child. Still, I vowed to love my daughter no matter what. When Kate was born, she needed around-the-clock care. One day, I overslept a big meeting and got sacked. Kate and I were stone broke. My daughter needed special clothes, but I couldn't afford it. I remade my clothes to dress her comfortably. One day in hospital, other moms saw her clothes. I want it too, they gushed. I started sewing children's clothing. Then I launched a page on social media. There, I showed moms of special needs children how to DIY clothes. My page exploded, and I finally started making money. One day, Kirk showed up at my door. He found out our daughter had recovered and wanted to get back together. What about Linda? I gaped. Turned out Linda was barren. What matters is our girl's healthy now, and we'll make a perfect family, he said. I didn't make up with Kirk. I could forgive him dumping me. But deserting his own daughter? Never. Now Kate's the picture of health. I spent all my money on her rehab and all my time looking after her. My problem child, as Kirk and Linda had called her, ended up solving all of my problems. She helped me get rid of my awful husband and backstabbing friend. Let's keep the boy and leave the girls here, my hubby said after labor. On our very first date, Greg wanted to see a medical certificate of my fertility. And I got pregnant after our honeymoon. The ultrasound showed we were having triplets. The number of kids didn't scare Greg. He was elated. And one baby was definitely a boy. It's all going as planned. I hope all 3 are boys, Greg thought. I had 2 daughters and 1 son. I only need the boy, not girls, Greg declared. I didn't need such a husband. Greg took our son and left, leaving me a note. Dad promised to give his business to me once I have an heir. Now, thanks to my son, I'll run the company. I went to Greg's dad to find out the truth. When he heard my story, he changed his will and left everything to his younger son. That meant Greg didn't need an heir anymore. So I started looking for my boy in all the kids' homes. But I couldn't find him. Greg had a hard time juggling work and childcare, but still hoped the boy was his lucky ticket. When Dad finds out the truth, he'll change the will again, he thought. The search for my son and motherhood drained me. Then, out of the blue, I got a marriage proposal from Greg's younger brother. Let's have a paper marriage. If Dad finds out I'm sterile, he'll cross me out of the will, Steve said. My father-in-law was obsessed with his future family tree. He needed heirs. Sooner or later, we'll find your son, my nephew, and he'll inherit Dad's fortune, Greg's brother said. As their uncle, Steve could make a good stepdad to my kids. So I married Steve. When Greg found out, he ratted on us to his dad. My father-in-law got mad. He left all his fortune to charity. We get what we deserve. No need to chase after money. I decided I could make ends meet on my own. Unlike Greg, Steve always spoke his mind. What if I left you my restaurant? We could make a kid's room, get a sitter, he offered. 2 years later, the kids' room grew into a huge playground where rich clients would take their children. Our fake marriage became a real one. I had everything but my son. Then one day I saw Greg. He was begging with our boy. I took my son back from my ex and let him live the life he'd built for himself. Don't try to chase a quick buck. Work hard, and you'll definitely get what you want. I'll choose the one who gives me a son, my husband declared. If you don't give me a boy, we're done, my husband yelled at me, because he'd get nothing from his dad if he didn't have an heir. I got pregnant and ate nothing but porridge. Friends said porridge could help have a boy. Still, the ultrasound said I was carrying a girl. I asked you, didn't I? I warned you, my husband fumed. It's not my fault, I tried to explain. Tom dumped me the same day. And I blamed my child. A month later, the doctor gave me shocking news. You're having twins. The last ultrasound had it wrong, she said. I realized I could bring Tom back. But his lover was waiting for me on my porch. I'm carrying Tom's daughter, she said. So am I echoed. Tom promised to pay Laura handsomely if she had a boy, and a small reward if she had a girl. But he vanished once he heard it was a girl. Tom made incubators out of us to get his dad's money. And I was so blindly in love with him. I couldn't help Laura because I didn't know Tom's whereabouts. But soon Tom found me. I wrote a post on social media that I had a girl and a boy Tom wanted so much. He saw the post and came crawling back. I was waiting for him with his dad. He wanted to escape, but Laura blocked the exit. I'd found Tom's dad and told him everything about his sly son. "Well done, Sonny. Now you got 3 kids. I'm leaving all my fortune to them. You're grown up enough to earn your own living," he said. Tom punished himself with his greed. But it didn't bother me anymore. What matters now is that I can give my kids a better future.